In today's video, I'm going to draw a chameleon, and they are a cool looking animal. And I'm just going to start with a branch line, like a couple of branch lines curving across like so, a couple of curved lines. Thanks to Malillibar State School for suggesting that I draw a chameleon. I'm going to just do some basic shapes first. So one big sort of oval shape for the body, and then a little bit of a oval shape for the head, just to give it some structure. Now is where I'm going to finish it, put on the details. So the tail, and they love wrapping their tail up like a spiral, so I'm just going to spiral this around until I get into the middle, and I'm going to just make it so it looks like it's, there we go, and he's got his tail wrapping around. Tail comes back up and then joins onto the body, like so. Now we're going to bring forget that the legs at the moment, the legs will be one of the last things. So the belly, and then it curves down and then into the face. Now I'm going to bring this up. Now some of them have a bit of an area like so. So we're going to, this is like an Indian chameleon. It's got like a little bit of a bump on its head. Okay, you could round it off if you wanted to, but I'm gonna keep it like that. Now this one looks a bit cranky. If you wanted to make it happier, you could bend that line up and change it yourself. Then a circle for the eye, and another circle. And then we can put some of these other details on. Now they are amazing how they can change colour. I've got the basic shapes, but now we're going to put the legs on. So back leg coming up, and we're going to bring this part up here, and then this is the leg that comes down. Now their legs are quite funny. They're like these three little stumpy sort of toes in the picture that I'm looking at, and then they've got a foot that comes down, can wrap around the tree like so. And they've got lots of scales on them. All right, coming back and back down like so. And then this one's got a finger that's coming on that side of the branch, and then two of them are going to come this side. So it's holding on like so. Looks a bit worried. Maybe it's hasn't got as good a grip as it would like. Now if we want to make these look a bit more like a tree, we can put some little bumps on the tree. Sometimes you can roll your pencil around. You get some little bumps coming through. There's a little crack in that tree, a little branch coming off if you wanted to, with some little knots on the branches, some little wood grain bits coming off. Make it look a bit more effective. And I'm sure you get different chameleons in different spots. Now this one that I'm looking at has all these really cool little bumps all the way down along its belly. So I'm going to put like a zigzag, and then they start getting a little bit bigger underneath the head. So I'm basing mine on an Indian chameleon. And then it stops about there. Now let's make this one a little bit happier. We can put a little smile if we wanted to make it a bit more cartoony. Might make another little rim around the eye like so. And if you wanted to, you could put, oh yes, it's got some little bumps on the top there too, to just give it a little bit of texture on the top. Now some chameleons have some cool stripes, so if you wanted to put some of them on, you might decide that you want to put some patterns down through like this. Now I've simplified this down a little bit for you guys. And bring that down around. Now it's probably time for a bit of an outline. Let's put some outlining. I'm going to bring these down a bit more too, down along the tail. Maybe just down to about so far, and you can add some cool patterns on there. And just put a few more little wood grains into the wood. So there we have a chameleon holding on to a branch. Once you've drawn your chameleon, you can decide how you want to colour it. I'm going to be using Copic markers, so I'm using a Copic brush pen to outline, and then I change to various other outlining thicknesses. But let's say you wanted to use watercolours or oil pastels. You could outline in oil pastels and then watercolour paint it in. Or if you wanted to use just pure watercolours, I would probably use a permanent marker to outline it. And of course, you can choose any colours you like to create your masterpiece. In this picture, I'm just going to use the standard colours of the Indian chameleon. Make sure when you're outlining, if you're using permanent marker or Copics, that you have a variety of line. Have some thicker outlining in places where it's a bit darker and some thinner outlines. This creates a bit of interest and contrast in your drawing. As you can see, I'm just putting some thicker brush marks into some of the shadow areas. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you've got a bit out of it. As you can see, at the moment, I'm just putting on some darker areas and some texture, dabbing on, making sure that my drawing has some light, dark and mid values, as well as some texture on this little chameleon. Now, if you were creative, you could color this any colors you like, because chameleons, imagine being able to change color. That'd be absolutely awesome. All right, if you've enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Give me a thumbs up, a like, and subscribe to my channel for more future content. And remember, if you've got something that you'd like to see me draw, get in contact through either Facebook or Instagram. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye for now. See ya.